Greetings, humans. Oh, the day hath finally arrived. Forza Horizon 6's map has been revealed and it is pretty cool. But it's not perfect, and it falls foul of the same issue that I noticed in prior Forza Horizon games, and other Forza titles, and other racing games, just in general. Now, this is the Forza Horizon 6 map. I adore this shape. It goes up and round. You know, it's not just a circle or a blob. And that is beautiful. Some of the best maps from history. Bayview Rockport, from Need for Speed. These are maps with a lot of shape, just on the outside, on the outline. A very recognizable silhouette, and I think this will become a recognizable silhouette in the future. You know, if you compare it to something like Forza Horizon 5, that's just a blob. Same with Forza Horizon 4. And I tell you what, it looks pretty good. There's a lot of contrast between these low density areas and areas with loads of roads, like up here. That gives it this lovely aesthetic form, which is beautiful to explore around as well. It feels like you have different biomes, different sections. You've got your city here. There's some kind of airport. You got this mountainous region at the top. You got the Legend Island. You've got plains and then hills and then plains and then hills and then plains again. And you've got this mountainous area at the top. And then you've got these sort of valleys. And so I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a good looking map. But I do have some concerns, and that concern is something that I like to call, and everyone else likes to call, because that's the name of the thing, constant radius corners. And it's something that I've noticed for a long time. It's something that Forza have never quite managed to be able to get rid of. I want to have a look at them here, and in older games, and in a couple of other games, and real life, even. So let's have a look to one of these roads. This looks quite a nice road, doesn't it? Kind of a wonderful road to drive down, but it's not that simple. Constant radius corner, constant radius, constant radius, constant radius, constant radius. Well, I drew that circle in the wrong place. Constant radius, even these bigger ones. Constant radius, constant radius. I'm missing these circles by quite some. Almost every single corner that you can see can be drawn on with a circle because it is a constant radius corner. And that is fundamental to not only nice and challenging track design, but also like real life roads. A lot of them are not constructed with constant radius corners, because they are weaving through the terrain. They have to make certain sacrifices in order to work. But here you can see yet more constant radius corners here. And look, even over here, this is supposed to be like a nice road to drive on, but actually it's just full of these. And it's not antithetical to a fun road, for sure. There's ways to... any road can be fun. You've got elevation change, you've got camber, you've got track width, or road width, I suppose, in this case, can make something fun or not fun. But when every single corner is constant radius, that is a whole aspect of variety that is not even being considered. That's a whole aspect of the dynamic of driving a car which is not even being looked at, because part of what makes a wonderful corner is a difficult braking zone, and that is something that you won't see when you design your public roads to be like Oschersleben. If you look here, you see straight line, corner 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 straight line, point and squirt, constant radius corner, point and squirt, over and over again. Now, this section is straight up Mount Haruna, which is very funny. I find that actually hilarious that they've done that. But you can actually see a hint of better track design in this bit because it's been lifted off real roads. You can see that this is a hairpin that opens up slightly at the end, and then you've got this opening up left-hander into a right-hander that closes into a hairpin. That's just my take on this, and I think it's an issue even with the racetrack down in Legend Island. You have a lot of these circular radius corners here and here and here and that one, and there's just not that much variety. I hope that it is better than it looks. I think that I'm still probably going to pick this game up when I can afford it, and it still does look pretty good, but it's just something that worried me a little bit. This dirt track actually has a really nice corner where my mouse is blue now, that's my attack, where you have this sweeping corner leading into a slightly more sharp corner leading into another sharp corner here. So you have this wonderful tightening radius, which looks really good. Now, if we look back a bit, we can see that Forza's done it for a long time. Forza Horizon 3 was the first one I played because it was the first one to come out for PC. And if we zoom in, we see a constant radius corner here, 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 and here, and so on. Like, you could not escape it all over this map, and once you start to be able to spot it, it curses you. You simply can no longer look at a map without thinking about how many constant radius corners there are. If we go over to Forza Horizon 4, I've not played this one, but you see you've got this section here which is full of them, and this is supposed to be the sort of the most fun road to drive in the game. You got them here as well, and here. Even the rally roads, even the dirt roads, which are supposed to be sort of winding their way around the terrain, have so many of these constant radius corners. It's like it was designed with a stencil rather than like on land, on a country that's supposed to exist in real life. If we look at Forza Horizon 5, it's even more so. You see this massive winding toge almost, like road in Mexico, which was supposed to be really good. Circles, circles. We got circles for days. More circles. Circle, 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 circle. Constant radius, constant radius, constant radius. Constant, constant, constant. This corner's a bit better. Constant, constant. Even on the dirt roads again. Constant radius. Did that never bug anyone else? It's like they took these and just turned them into the corners. And it's just a little bit frustrating to watch these sort of artists put so much effort into designing this beautiful map, and then it kind of gets slightly spoiled by the road designers. If we look at the rally adventure, we see even more so. Like, this was supposed to be some of the best roads to drive on, just of all time. And I can up the size of this brush now. Constant, 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 constant. I could keep going on, but I'm sure you understand. Something like Maple Valley has a lot of these corners as well. And it's the same with Dubai. Heck of a lot of constant radius corners. Why? I don't understand why it would be like this. If we look at classic Gran Turismo tracks, But some of these are somewhat better. You have this wonderful tightening radius. The corner, which is the first corner at Apricot Hill, a wonderful corner to go down. El Capitan, public roads. This isn't constant radius. You've got tight radius into shallow, into tight again. You have here you have tight into shallow, tight, shallow, tight, tight, shallow, tight. It's an excellently designed track. You have this, the turn 3 or 4 complex, which is shallow, but you have to figure out where to brake here so you can take this corner. Real tracks, Goodwood. There's nothing constant about any of these corners here, which is why this track is legendary. You have, it goes wide and it cuts right before the end, so you have to make sure that you want to take a sort of a wide start and then cut back to the end. Brands Hatch, Paddock Hill Bend is wonderful. It is wide corner that turns sharp, meaning that you have to position yourself somewhere on the right of the track in order to brake so that you can get the maximum amount of track for the turn in. It's a brilliant corner to drive through. Clearways at the end is a tight corner that goes into a shallow one, meaning you get this wonderful feeling of flow as you go towards the exit. It's lovely. Canada has some excellent track corners here. The second or third corner here, it's tight and then widens out again. It's wonderful. Spa-Francorchamps, it's got a lot of... These are all constant radius. They're also probably the least interesting part of the track. And it's the same here. This bit doesn't... Pouin is quite nice because it's got two sort of separate corners into one. Blanchimont is this wild corner where you've got different corners of different radii concurrently after each other. It's brilliant, and it's why I find myself excited but a little worried. I just think that this is going to be one of those games that has some really great potential, and it's almost there. What you could probably do is, if you've got like the track here and a constant radius corner like that, what might do in the event lab is probably like block off bits of the track to turn this into a more flowing turn. I think that could be very interesting, and it might be a tad more interesting to drive around than these corners here. But that's just me. Queen Melodis, signing off.